This is DrHooksMalone bringing you another exciting episode of IWF Action in the War Zone. As up first, we see the former IWF World Champion Jamal Jones.
Introducing first, from Kingston, Jamaica, weighing in at 275 pounds,
Jamal Jones making his way to the ring for tag team action here tonight. We are a week away from high stakes on the Vegas Strip. Let's not forget the upcoming release of WWE2K-23. What an exciting time it is, as tonight, the main event United States Championship will be on the line, with the champion Spectre defending against the challenger Dominic Gabriel. As for now, we see Jamal Jones teaming up with Frank Dean, and nothing makes good friends like common enemies. As tonight, Jamal Jones and Frank Dean continue to focus their attack on Platinum Productions and the Savion Nation. However, tonight, Savion will be joining the side of his troops in Hammer and Steel. As now, the Walking Chainsaw Massacre makes his way to the ring. Frank Dean, the Walking Chainsaw Massacre from Frontenac, Wisconsin, making his way to the ring tonight in a 2-on-3 handicap match. As their opponents here tonight, the same men they faced off against last week. However, this time, Savion will join them personally and lead his troops in a battle in a 3-on-2 handicap match. Will Frank Dean and Jamal Jones be enough to take down an entire nation here tonight? We'll find out. High stakes 1 week away. Who can get the all-important win in this tag team match to kick things off here on the War Zone episode 33 with DrHooksMalone? I'd like to thank you for joining me. Jackhammer and Mike Steel. Always get those guys mixed up. Jackhammer and Mike Steel will be led to the ring by their inspirational leader, Savion himself, finally stepping into the ring with his rival Frank Dean, Jamal Jones. Jamal Jones with a long-standing grudge of the manager of the Savion Nation, JC Platinum. Now he teams up with Savion's nemesis, Frank Dean, the man that took him out of the Elimination Chamber. Savion still looking for revenge for that. He'll get his opportunity in one-on-one competition at high stakes on the Vegas Strip. Tonight, he'll look to soften his opponent en route to that event. As now Jamal Jones and Frank Dean team up to take on Savion Hammer and Steel. Opening contest, tag team handicap action here in the War Zone. Brought to you by the IWF and DrHooksMalone. As Jamal Jones, the former IWF champion, is en route to his showdown with the Madman. It's going to be the new guard versus the old guard. At high stakes on the Vegas Strip, can Jamal Jones get the win that he craves over the Madman after the Madman took away Jamal Jones' championship without even beating Jamal Jones? J Money now has a point to prove. As for now, he's got his hands full with the Nigerian prize fighter and the leader of the Savion Nation himself, Savion. With the roundhouse kick from the ground, flattens Jamal Jones. Savion will go back to work on his opponent, his rival Jamal Jones. The Jamaican Olympian and the Nigerian prize fighter have never seen eye to eye. That's why JC Platinum abandoned Jamal Jones to become Zabion's manager to begin with. That's now Zabion looks to apply a triangle hold. Will he force Jay Money to tap out? No, Jamal Jones able to escape the triangle. Needs to get the tag out to Zabion's rival Frank Keane, his partner here tonight. Jamal Jones setting up Zabion now. Gonna try to work over the legs, setting him up for that ankle lock submission. Jamal Jones flying in, but missing on that occasion as Zabion now whips his opponent to the outside. Zabion now clubbing Jamal Jones in the chest off the distraction of Jackhammer there. Now Mike Steele getting in the face of Jamal Jones as well as Zabion pounds his opponent down on the apron. Now on the attack outside the ring. Jamal Jones getting the reversal there. Scooping him up in a gut wrench, but no, Zabion escapes. Spiking Jamal Jones neck first on that thin padding on the outside with that backdrop suplex. Jamal Jones, dazed now, must get his head together as Zabion waits him in the ring with a spinning back fist. Jamal Jones now crawling to his corner. Not looking so good for his team thus far as Frank Keane gets the tag in just as Zabion tags out. Zabion seemingly avoiding contact with Frank Keane, even though he claims that he wants revenge over the Walking Chainsaw Massacre. Seems as Zabion may have cold feet. That's now the real deal. Mike Steele tries to bring it to the massive Walking Chainsaw Massacre. Frank Keane kicking and stomping away, nails that forearm as Mike Steele is in trouble here. But no, scoops up Keane, dropping him throat first on the ropes. Mike Steele gonna do whatever it takes to bring Frank Keane down. What a match we have to kick things off. As in our main event tonight, the United States Championship is going to be on the line. The champion, the Luchador Spectre, the brother of Phantasm. He's going to defend his title against the number one contender, Devin Gabriel, earning that right on the last episode of the War Zone. And now Frank Keane taking over on Mike Steele with the headbutt between the shoulder blades. Mike Steele down on the mat at the hands of Frankie, who's looking to get the tag out to Jamal Jones. Zabion tagging back in once again as Jamal Jones and Zabion butt heads 1 week away from high stakes. Zabion will then have to face off in one-on-one competition against Frank Keane, whether he likes it or not. Zabion has been trying to extract revenge over Frank Keane through his men hammer and steel this time. He's going to have to do it by himself. And now Jamal Jones, he's got the bankroll into the ankle lock. The bankroll, not enough to put away Zabion. As Zabion clutches the ankle, Jamal Jones, he's going to go for the pin. Or Zabion kicking out at one. Not enough to put away the massive Nigerian prize fighter. Jamal Jones continuing his assault. And will now tag out to his partner, Frank Keane. Frank Keane in the ring with his rival Zabion, who catches him early. And now looks to choke out Big Frank. Frank Keane down on the mat being choked out by Zabion. Frank Keane able to escape on that occasion. How many times will it take before Zabion chokes out the massive Frank Keane, or will Frank Get that death spike. And Sabian drops him head first into the mat. Gonna look to tag out to Jackhammer. Jackhammer. Gonna try to continue. Working over Frankie. Trying to impress his mentor, his boss, Sabian on the outside. Hammer and steel. A couple of wayward yet talented wrestlers. We're looking for direction, and Sabian provided it. Now Jackhammer locking up the arm. Nails a hammerlock Northern Light suplex. Beautiful maneuver from Jackhammer. Please excuse me. Choking on my words, that's now Jackhammer. Coming after Frankie, but Frankie able to get the jump on him. Jackhammer with the shot into the gut. Now whipping Frankie into the corner. Hoisting the big man up on the top rope. What does Jackhammer have in mind here? Gonna suplex Big Frankie. Who meets the mat face first? Jackhammer pulling out all his stops. But Frankie survives. Frankie kicking out at 2. From that massive suplex from the top rope. As Jackhammer tosses Frankie to the outside. At the mercy of the massive man. A member of Sabian Nation. Spiking Frankie into the mat with a Samoan drop. But now Frankie escapes the clutches of Jackhammer. Hammer locking up the arm once again. With another Northern Light suplex, but on the outside this time. Frankie in massive trouble. In the hands of Big Ham. Wants to make a name for himself here tonight at the expense of Jamal Jones and Frankie. Hammerlock back suplex. Frankie taking a beating here. Referee at the count of 6 as Jackhammer will re-enter the ring. Frankie taking a beating. Worn out. Laid up against the barricade. Count of 7. Will Frankie make it back into the ring? 8. And now here comes Frank, who gets caught by Hammer. Went for a German suplex, but Frank escapes. Frankie now dragging Hammer to the corner. Takes him down with a lariat. Frankie gonna get the tag out to Jamal Jones, a well-needed tag. Does Jamal Jones have what it takes to put away Jackhammer? In this 2-on-3 handicap match, Mike Steele, Jackhammer, and Sabian teaming up as members of the Sabian Nation, attempting to soften up Frankie ahead of high stakes on the Vegas Strip, where Sabian will have to face him one-on-one. Now Jamal Jones jumps off the top rope, averting the attack of Jackhammer. Finally gets a drop kick into the face. Now J Money gonna lock the ankle up. The ankle lock is applied. Jackhammer suffering down on the mat. Mike Steele of no help, not even making the save for his partner. Jackhammer does it all on his own. As Jamal Jones finds him on the back elbow. All fired up now, bringing it to his opponent. Jamal Jones goes for the ankle again. But Big M escapes. With that, it's a Curry gonna tag out to Xavier, the leader of the Xavier Nation. Putting hands with Jamal Jones. But J Money gets the bankroll, locking the ankle up. The referee calling the hold for some reason. Jamal Jones releasing it. Xavier now with a capture suplex, tossing Jamal Jones overhead. Him tossed over. Knee into the face. Jamal Jones knocks silly out from the knee of Xavier. Will Xavier be enough to help his man Hammer and Steel to get the victory? Gets the knee into the face and a German suplex combo. Jamal Jones able to grab the ropes as Frank Keane is knocked off the apron. Jamal Jones now with a shot to the gut. Gets a famous sir on Xavier. Climbing up top. Can he do it? Jamal Jones with the frog splash. Xavier down on the mat. Does he have him? No, Xavier unable to kick out there. Xavier, the worst for wear, taking a beating now at the hands of Jamal Jones as he will tag out to Frankie, the man that will face Xavier at high stakes on the Vegas Strip. Can Frankie get a win over Xavier here tonight? Yanking him down by that ponytail. Now tagging out to Jamal Jones. J Money and Frankie with excellent tag team work here tonight, tagging in and out against their opponents in this 3-on-2 match. But Xavier just took J Money's head off. Now scoops him up. Rear naked choke is applied. A super kick into the rear naked choke. But Frankie is able to save his partner once again. Does Xavier have Jamal Jones down and out? No! Jamal Jones surviving once again. As Xavier yanks his opponent up. Jamal Jones with shots to midsection. Nelson Moneymaker. Now setting up in the corner, but Xavier is able to get the tag out. Jackhammer back in the ring. Using Xavier as a human shield, if you will. And then grabbing a hold of Jamal Jones, who escapes the suplex attempt. Perhaps he was going for the jackhammer. Now Jackhammer scooping up Jamal Jones. Looking for that running power slam. And the power is asserted from Jackhammer as Jamal Jones stumbles back to his feet. Now, Jackhammer has got to look to hit his namesake. No, Jamal Jones escapes the Jackhammer slam again and gets the German suplex. Frankie tagged in now. Jackhammer just yanking Frankie up as if he were a small man. Nailing Frankie, smashing him face first into the mat. Can Frank recover? Jackhammer using the burning hammer, but no. Jamal Jones makes the save for his partner as Jackhammer drops that hammer-like elbow. Jackhammer bringing everything with him, but he misses that moonsault. Perhaps Jackhammer should stay on the mat. As now Jamal Jones is tagged back in, flies in with that back elbow. Jackhammer whipping J Money down. Jackhammer They're going to take advantage of the numbers game, wearing down his opponents, Jamal Jones and Frankie, along with the help of Savion here tonight. Jamal Jones nails another famouser, this time busting open the nose of Jack Hammer. Jamal Jones encircling his opponent, now climbing up top. He's over halfway across the ring. Frog splash connects. Jamal Jones right there in Jack Hammer's corner. Mike Steele makes a save for his partner as the Savion Nation is in trouble now at the hands of Jamal Jones. Locking up with Steele. German suplex. Steele is down. Hammer is down. Frankie is tagged in. Stomping away on Jack Hammer as Savion watches on from the apron. Jack Hammer is yanked up and slammed down into the mat by Frankie. Tagging out once again to Jamal Jones in this 2-on-3 handicap match. Jamal Jones and Frankie have the better of their opponents right now. Jamal Jones wanted to go for that ankle lock, but Jack Hammer was wise to it, kicking off his opponent. Jamal Jones now escaping the clutches, the all too dangerous clutches of Big Ham Jack Hammer. Jamal Jones was going to go off the ropes. A ran face first into Savion, but now takes down Jack Hammer with that back kick. Jack Hammer once again escaping the fate of the ankle lock, and Savion is tagged in. Savion catches J-Money, tosses him like a sack of potatoes. Jamal Jones now with a go behind German suplex to Savion. Each man hit a suplex. Now Jamal Jones gonna tag out as Frankie, he wants a piece of Savion. Going to work on his rival, but Savion, a well-skilled competitor, brings the fight right to Frankie. Now with the go behind German suplex from Savion. Frankie kicks off the Nigerian prize fighter. Frankie will try to maintain control over his rival Savion, his opponent at the upcoming mega event. High stakes on the mega strip, where the IWF Championship will be defended by the champion Dante De La Muerte against the #1 contender, the winner of the Winter Slam Elimination Chamber, Damian Rodriguez. Coming up in 1 week as now Mike Steele drags Frankie. Mike Steele relatively fresh in the match, bringing Frankie down to the mat. Going to continue the work that his partner's already put in. Now setting up Frankie. Going to go for that Steel City Superman punch. Takes down Frankie. But Jamal Jones makes the save. Jamal Jones and Frankie, an effective force combined together. However, the numbers game may be too much, as now Mike Steele just power bombs Jamal Jones all the way to the outside. Recklessly and ruthlessly, he's trying to end his career. And now Frankie spikes Mike Steele into the mat with that lifting pile driver. Frankie now nails the duck spike on Steele. Mike Steele is down. But Jack Hammer makes this save for his partner. Hammer and Steele, tag team specialists. As now Jack Hammer takes over with a big power slam, asserting his power once again over Frankie. busted open and bleeding. Jackhammer continues to fight for his leader Xavier here tonight. As Mike Steele gets the shots in the ring of Frank Keane, but Frank Keane comes back with a lariat. Frank Keane tagging back out to Jamal Jones, the former champion. Jamal Jones on his way to facing the Madman. Can he get a win and pick up the all-important momentum on his way to high stakes? As now Steele is down on the mat. J-Money wanted to go for the ankle lock, but Steele escapes with the enziguri. Tagging out once again to Xavier in this 3-on-2 handicap match. Can Jamal Jones and Frank Keane do the impossible and get the win over Xavier? Mike Steele and Jackhammer. Sunset flip takedown. Jamal Jones now yanks up Xavier. Taking him back to the corner, but Xavier too quick on that occasion. Nigerian prize fighter tosses Jamal Jones overhead with ease once again. Xavier with power and skill. Now with a GTS German suplex. Frank Keane fails to save his partner. However, Jamal Jones was able to escape, fighting with heart and determination here against his rival Xavier. Jamal Jones now brings him to the corner with the tag out to Frank Keane. Xavier setting up now. Frank Keane off the ropes with the splash and a leg drop. What teamwork from Jamal Jones and Frank Keane here tonight. And now Frank Keane with the death choke, grabbing all of the larynx. Steele looking to break it up, but Frank Keane just choked out Xavier. Frank Keane picking up the win over his high-stakes opponent. And perhaps Xavier had a reason to fear the Walking Chainsaw Massacre as he just got choked out. Frank Keane gets the huge unexpected win, the upset over the Xavier Nation here tonight. Choking out Xavier.
Here are your winners.
In spite of taking a beating of a lifetime, Jamal Jones and Frank Keane once again get the win. What a team here tonight. Jamal Jones and Frank Keane, with their individual motivations and paths on their way to high stakes. Frank Keane and Jamal Jones combine their efforts once again to pick up a victory. As up next, we're going to see a great match between two huge superstars. Sweetness, the Candy Man from Sugar Hill, the boyfriend of Candy Casey Douglas. She will be in his corner along with the Big Sugar Mama Bad Betty Love. They are united now, known as the Candy Express. Sweetness tonight, he's going to take on Sumo Joe in one-on-one competition as he is en route to his showdown with his year-long rival in Trey Preston. Sweetness and Preston have gone back and forth for months. They will have a final showdown at high stakes on the Vegas Strip, that is. As for Sumo Joe, he could be in for the fight of his life when he takes on the unholy Thanos in Las Vegas. However, first he'll have to go through the Candyman here tonight when Sweetness goes one-on-one with Sumo Joe up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Weighing in at 327 pounds, Candyman Sugarfoot Sweetness.
I apologize for the music malfunction. As up next, we've got one-on-one action between two great superstars. Sweetness facing off one-on-one against Sumo Joe. Both in their individual paths. Two high stakes on the Vegas Strip. Sweetness looking forward to taking on his greatest rival, Trey Preston. As Sumo Joe is en route to facing off against the unholy Thanos. Sumo Joe attacking Thanos last week after a rivalry that started back on Thanksgiving. Now Sumo Joe is faced with a huge challenge in the former United States champion Sweetness. Nailing a sweet elbow to the back of the head. Sweetness with his girlfriend Candy Casey Douglas, as well as her tag team partner Bad Betty Love, watching on from the outside. They were unable to attain the Women's Tag Team Championship. This last week on Ladies Night, the Good Girls getting a victory over that team. Can Sweetness save some face here tonight with a win over Sumo Joe? As now Joe nails a running power slam, following it up with a knee into the face. Sweetness making his escape. Scoops up Sumo Joe. Beautiful scoop slam. Sweetness down with the piston-like right hands. Later on tonight, these two men's opponent at the upcoming event will square off in one-on-one competition when Trey Preston faces the unholy Thanos one-on-one. And what a match that is sure to be, as Sweetness looks to keep Sumo Joe down on the mat now. Up with huge rights and lefts. Sweetness bringing the fight to Sumo Joe. Plunges him with a right hand. Sumo Joe rocked now from the attack of Sweetness, but comes out with a knee. That flying knee from Sumo Joe into the Kamigoye. Using his knees to his advantage, Sumo Joe with heavy kicks now into the face of Sweetness. Sweetness taking shots on an attack from Sumo Joe as Joe scoops him up and nails the Joe driver. But Sweetness, he's got those long legs into the ropes. Knee to the face connects once again from Sumo Joe. Can he keep Sweetness down? Scooping him up in a fireman's carry as Sweetness makes his escape. Sumo Joe hammers back, tossing him into the ropes as they butt heads. Sweetness now back in control. Catching Sumo Joe in a vulnerable position now. Goes back to work on him with strikes, rights, lefts, and then roundhouse into an elbow drop. Sweetness on fire now, setting up for the sweet chin music. Does he have it? Sweetness connects with the sweet chin music. Unbelievable. But Sumo Joe still alive in the match. I thought he was out. Now we're gonna go to work on the legs. Sumo Joe sucking up the effects of that chin music. Putting the beat down on Sweetness once again. Sumo Joe now using his rights and lefts. Sumo Joe perhaps out punching, outlasting Sweetness. Flattens him with that super kick. Sumo Joe with a kick of his own. Nearly knocks out Sweetness right there. Sweetness trying to fight his way back into this one with a shot into the gut. Firing back once again. Sweetness having some fun now. Takes out Sumo Joe. Can he finish the job? The sweet kick connects. Sumo Joe is out. Sweetness has got it. And Sumo Joe, another victim of that sweet kick. And Sweetness, so quick on his feet, so versatile, able to survive the attack of Sumo Joe. And knocking him out with that one failed kick. Sweetness, a knockout artist at this point. Picking up so many victories when he was the United States champion. Can Sweetness climb back into the championship hunt? We'll find out. As for tonight,
is your winner, Candyman Sugarfoot. Sweetness
picking up a huge win with momentum on his way to high stakes where he'll square off against his rival Trey Preston. Will Trey Preston be able to survive the assault of the unholy Thanos tonight? We'll find out later on. But for now, Sweetness can celebrate his victory. What a match here in the War Zone, episode 32 with DrHooksMalone. I'd like to thank you for joining me. As up next, we're going to see 2 out of 3 tables as Curve squares off against his greatest rival, Inferno. These two men go back months as Curve introduced the devilish, murderous father of Devin Gabriel, Inferno, here into the IWF in order to play mind games with Devin Gabriel. However, that quickly backfired when Inferno stole not only the girlfriend of Curve's friend, but also the girl that was cheating on him with Curve's lover, Cat Scarlet, that vicious vixen, that Jezebel, seems to be making her way around the roster. As for now, Cat Scarlet at the side of Inferno, which infuriates Curve. He had true feelings. He was in love with Cat Scarlet. Now Curve will look to extract some revenge on Inferno en route to their match at High Stakes on the Vegas Strip, which will involve the son of Inferno, the sworn enemy of Curve, Devin Gabriel. Tonight they square off one-on-one. Who come out on top when Curve faces Inferno with 2 out of 3 tables up next. DrHooksMalone back here with you as Curve and Inferno set to go one-on-one. These men must drive each other through 2 tables in order to get the win here tonight. Can they settle their score in one-on-one competition ahead of their 3-way showdown with Inferno's son and Curve's blood rival? As Inferno just drives both knees into the back of Curve ruthlessly. Inferno already on the assault on his enemy. Curve now choke slamming Inferno, swearing revenge, red hot fiery revenge over the man that stole away his lover, Cat Scarlet. Inferno just gets nailed with a backbreaker. Tries to go for a spear, but Curve shoves it off. Nails a beautiful snap suplex. Curve, a highly skilled athlete, but loves to fight dirty, now breaking away at the eyes. Back suplex up, but just tosses Curve. Pops him up and gets a kick into the sternum. Curve punishing Inferno now. Has waited for months for this opportunity to get his hands on Inferno. Now stomping away with Inferno at his mercy. Curve is enjoying every second of this. Hammering away, pounding Inferno now. Curve spikes him with a power bomb. And stomp into the gut. Of course, anything goes here in this 2 out of 3 tables match. Inferno now regains control. With Curve into the ropes. Clotheslines him neck first. And the ruthless Satanic Priest trying to regain control, but Curve, he's back up already. Stomping away on Inferno, making him his victim here tonight. Curve setting up from the corner. Inferno stumbles into a boot, eating that size 16 from Curve. That's now Curve. He knows he has to drive his opponent through 2 tables in order to win here tonight. Seems that Curve is satisfied with his vengeance now. Wants to get the win here in the match. Inferno with a quick recovery. Picking up that table, but Curve was able to disarm him. Now Inferno setting up Curve. Pile driver. It's the son of Inferno, Devin Gabriel. Devin Gabriel, the #1 contender for the United States Championship. He'll compete in the main event, but now he's pulling out a table. Here in this one-on-one tables match, Curve, we're going to take advantage of the distraction, but the table is right there in the way. Now Inferno picking up Curve. Devin Gabriel decides to drop the table just here to distract his father. Devin Gabriel would love to see Inferno go through that table as he just gets a front row seat. Devin Gabriel able to watch Inferno driven through the table by Curve as now he sets up another. Gabriel now entering the ring. Gonna look down Curve. Gabriel's got him. Curve gonna let Gabriel put him through the table. And that's it. No, Devin Gabriel put him through the table. The match will continue. Curve now stomping away on Inferno. The bell rang, but the match is not over. The action will continue. Devin Gabriel not legal in the match, however he drove his father Inferno through a second table. Curve must do it himself. As Devin Gabriel seems to be done helping Curve now. Just wanted to get his vengeance over Inferno and take him down a peg. However, at high stakes, it will be every man for themselves when these 3 square off. Curve, Devin Gabriel, and Inferno set for a collision course. Much like Inferno seems to be set for a collision course with that table. Curve in control now. And just boots Inferno straight through the table. Curve with a dominant win over the Satanic Priest, the murderous Inferno, defeated by his rival Curve. Perhaps getting a measure of his red-hot fiery vengeance here tonight. Inferno is defeated. Curve. The Calgary Devil successful in his endeavors here tonight as this 6 iconic man gets revenge for his heartbreak. As you know, Cat Scarlet is watching on from the back. Curve with a huge victory over our man Inferno here tonight. Up next, we're going to see the unholy Thanos in one-on-one competition with Trey Preston. Earlier on, we saw the unholy Thanos opponent for high stakes, Sumo Joe, take a loss at the hand of Sweetness and his sweet kick. How can Sumo Joe hope to compete against a competitor the likes of the unholy Thanos after taking a loss from Sweetness, the man who will face Trey Preston at high stakes? Up next, the unholy Thanos will ply his trade against Trey Preston. As Victoria Lovecraft, the women's champion, will stand on the outside of the ring as the unholy Thanos does battle with Preston. Victoria Lovecraft set for a battle in her own right at Casino Royale, where she will face Pinchy Molesca, the #1 contender, the friend of Trey Preston. Of course, the unholy Thanos would love to help his soon-to-be wife out by destroying Preston here tonight to get inside the mind of Pinchy Molesca. We'll find out up next if he can do so. Thanos and Trey Preston set to square off one-on-one up next. Right now, excuse me. As earlier on, their opponents at the upcoming mega event high stakes, Sweetness and Sumo Joe competed one-on-one. Sumo Joe taking the loss earlier on. And how can Sumo Joe hope to overcome the unholy Goliath, the unholy beast, if he can't defeat Sweetness? As now, the unholy Goliath squares off one-on-one with the Texas gunslinger, Trey Preston. Preston now scooped up by the unholy Thanos and the fireman carry, but Preston able to escape the clutches of the Goliath, the unholy Thanos. Regaining control now, Preston escapes with a DDT. Can Trey Preston climb the impossible mountain here tonight and get a win over the unholy Thanos? Much like his opponent Sweetness did over Sumo Joe earlier tonight. Trey Preston. Running circles around the unholy Thanos now. Hits that tilt-a-whirl and scissor takedown with forearms. Firing away on Thanos. Has him in the corner. Forearm connects. Bulldog. And the Texas-born, Texas-bred Trey Preston has got him set up. Flying clothesline connects, but Thanos turns the lights out. Trey Preston now takes a gut buster from the unholy Thanos with a miraculous recovery after the lights went out. Now dropping Preston. Face first on the ropes. The unholy Thanos tosses the Texan with the greatest of ease. But Preston fires back with that swinging neck breaker. Can he get the win? No, the unholy Thanos kicking out at the count of one. Just out wrestling the gunslinger at this point. Beautiful go behind with a gut buster. But Preston comes back with a dragon screw leg whip. Bringing his massive opponent down to size. Preston just baked out the unholy Thanos and got a DDT. Step over Enziguri, the gunslinger kick. The gunslinger kick connects. Is Thanos out? No, the unholy Thanos surviving the gunslinger kick from Trey Preston. It's gonna take more than one of those to put away the unholy Goliath, who trips out Preston now and applies his favorite submission hold, the Death Lock to hold face lock. As Victoria Lovecraft, the women's champion, watches on. The unholy Thanos tortures Trey Preston, but Preston is able to escape. And the gunslinger now gets a neck breaker on the mighty Thanos. Shot to the chest, rocks Thanos, but now pressing up through. Preston just eats the European uppercut. The unholy Thanos in control now. Wanted to apply that death TF once again, but Preston knew what line. Now taking a knee into the gut once again. The unholy Thanos continues his punishment over Trey Preston, who escapes once again. Preston now with a huge right hand levels the unholy beast. Can Trey Preston, the gunslinger, pick up the upset here tonight and get the win over the unholy Thanos? Forearm into the face. Preston now working over his opponent. And the gunslinger was in control 1 second ago. Now the unholy Thanos back on the attack. Gonna look to apply the death TF once again as Victoria Lovecraft cheers him on. Trey Preston must tap out. And the unholy Thanos continues his reign of dominance here in the IWF. The leader of the Unholy Alliance, that is. The Unholy Alliance picking up another win over the Texas Gunslinger here tonight. A game challenger, a game competitor, Trey Preston, nonetheless, will go on to face Sweetness at high stakes on the Vegas Strip. Much like the Unholy Thanos, with the momentum, will go on to face Sumo Joe. Can the Unholy Thanos force Sumo Joe to submit? Much like he did Trey Preston here tonight. And now, Here comes Sumo Joe. Sumo Joe looking to attack the unholy Thanos once again, much like he did on the last episode. Thanos now just avoiding contact. Joe sneaking up behind the unholy Thanos. However, Thanos was able to avoid contact on this occasion. Sumo Joe will have to wait until high stakes on the Vegas Strip to get his hands on the unholy beast. As up next, we're gonna see the IWF champion in action. Triple threat action. Single fall sudden death rules when he squares off against not only his challenger for high stakes on the Vegas Strip, Damian Rodriguez, but also the madman, the man that Dante De La Muerte cashed in his blood money in the bank and stole away Madman's championship. The Madman, unprepared for his title defense, still hasn't tried to extract revenge on Dante De La Muerte until tonight. Dante, between a rock and a hard place, with perhaps his two greatest rivals, the Madman and Damian Rodriguez, squaring off against the IWF champion, Dante De La Muerte. Up next, here on IWF in the War Zone.
The following contest is a triple threat extreme rules match. Making his way to the ring from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 299 pounds, Damian Rodriguez. representing the Thrill Seekers from the edge of reality, weighing in at 348 pounds, Madman!
Welcome to Regal.
DrHooksMalone back here with you as the Madman makes his way to the ring. Triple threat action, sudden death rules. The title match as the IWF World Heavyweight Champion Dante De La Muerte steps into the ring against his #1 contender, his opponent at the upcoming event, high stakes on the Vegas Strip, Damian Rodriguez, along with the man that he took the IWF Championship from, the Madman. Madman Dante De La Muerte and Damian Rodriguez set to do battle here in the war zone. As now the Madman gets caught from behind by Rodriguez for that full Nelson slam. The IWF champion Dante De La Muerte just catches Madman with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Madman fired up though. Knocks down Dante with that clothesline. Fighting back on Dante De La Muerte. The Madman trying to take on both competitors for the main event of high stakes, trying to prove a point here tonight. Smashes Damian Rodriguez into the mat with that one-arm spine buster. Now with a headbutt into the back of the World Heavyweight Champion. Dante De La Muerte in trouble at the hands of the former champion. The Madman just manhandling his opposition here tonight. But Dante with a German suplex takes down the Madman. Now a body scissors into a DDT. Damian Rodriguez rattled out. Down on the canvas at the hands of the Madman, or excuse me, Dante De La Muerte. Dante now drops the Madman, face first on the turnbuckle. Can the champion get the win here tonight and pick up momentum on the way to his title defense against the man on the outside of the ring, Damian Rodriguez, as Dante climbs up top. Corkscrew splash connects. Madman may be out, but no. Damian Rodriguez makes a save. Spiking Dante De La Muerte head first into the mat. Damian Rodriguez and Dante De La Muerte on a collision course. As now Dante nails that half-an-hour suplex. Damian down on the mat, running up the ropes with a hurricanrana to the Madman. Dante tosses Damian Rodriguez to the outside, and the world champion is on a roll. Nails the nail in the coffin. Not enough to put away Madman on this occasion, as Dante now sets up to Madman once again. Damian Rodriguez looks to introduce a kendo stick. Madman flattening the champion Dante. That's Rodriguez. It's disarmed now. The Madman, the former champion, drops Dante with a huge vertical suplex on his way to squaring off against Jamal Jones at high stakes on the Vegas Strip. He now hits power slammed into the mat by Damian Rodriguez, who locks up with Dante. Dante tossing Rodriguez to the outside. The Madman gets caught by Dante now. Firing back with those heavy shots, the Madman. So dangerous between the ropes. Dante now back on the Madman with the body scissor to the DDT. Damien. Now going to take out his aggressions on Dante. Using that kendo stick to great effect and breaking it over. His high-stakes opponent, the World Heavyweight Champion, down on the mat now. As Damien misses the springboard knee. Dante connects with the springboard clothesline to the back of the head of the Madman. Now scooping up Rodriguez. Dante nails a crucifix power bomb. The former champion Damian Rodriguez in trouble. And now another former champion, the Madman, using his weight shifting to land on top of Dante De La Muerte. With the knockdown on Rodriguez, the Madman is in control now. In this triple threat contest, sudden death rules. Only one of these men can come out the winner here tonight. The Madman. Now scraping the eyes of the champion. Would love to get a huge win over Dante here tonight. Now Guzzo. The Madman nearly had Dante right there. Huge right hand sends the champion to the outside as Damian Rodriguez out. Whips the Madman to the corner. No love lost. Certainly bad blood between Damian Rodriguez and the Madman. As Rodriguez is sent face first into the mat. Dante recovering on one side as the Madman uses a sledgehammer on the number one contender, Damian Rodriguez. Being softened up now on his way into his championship match. The title holder, the World Heavyweight Champion, now using the chair on the Madman. Tosses him in the ring. And will toss Damian into the steps. Dante now looks to use the sledgehammer. But Damian Rodriguez gets some better on the exchange. Now the Madman gets popped up into the San Juan bomb, delivered with ease by Damian Rodriguez. The Madman down on the mat now. As Dante, he is caught. Dropped into the mat by Damian Rodriguez once again. Rodriguez now scooped up, now in the coffin. Dante nearly putting away his challenger there. Nail in the coffin to the Madman. Dante's got him. But no, Madman's foot's in the rope. But Dante gets it. Dante De La Muerte picking up the win over not only the Madman, but his challenger for high stakes. Damian Rodriguez may not have been pinned here tonight, but he still takes the loss alongside the Madman at the hands of the World Heavyweight Champion, Dante De La Muerte.
Here's your winner, Dante.
Dante putting a stake in his claim. Proclaiming his territory, Dante De La Muerte, the World Heavyweight Champion, gets a huge win here tonight in the sudden death triple threat match over the Madman. As Damian Rodriguez suffers the loss here tonight, will he be able to get the win over Dante? When the lights are bright, when it counts the most, when the championship is on the line, Damian Rodriguez to face Dante De La Muerte at the upcoming event High Stakes. But up next, we're going to see the World Tag Team Championship on the line in a series of 3 between these two teams. It begins tonight as the South City Kings, the number 1 contenders, face off against the undefeated Tag Team Champions of the Hellspawn, Dre Dyer and Porticos. Haven't been tested like this yet, as the South City Kings have the momentum going into this match. Can they pick up the win and defeat the Hellspawn here tonight? in order to climb to the top and become tag team champions. If they do, they'll face off against the Hellspawn in a rematch at high stakes. Either way, these two teams will square off here tonight, as well as high stakes on the Vegas Strip in their series of 3 matches. Who can get the all-important win here tonight? Going into that huge show, we'll find out up next here in the IWF in the War Zone. Thank you for joining me.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 530 pounds.
Championship on the line. Up next here with DrHooksMalone. They're in the War Zone as the undefeated Dre Ventura and Portico's face the South City Kings. Elijah Jordan and Chris King. Can Porticos and Dre Ventura continue their reign of dominance here tonight and maintain their championship goal on the road to high stakes? They will face the South City Kings once again at that mega event. Who will be the champions going into high stakes with the all-important momentum here in the first fall of a 2 out of 3 falls contest, or excuse me, 2 out of 3 falls series. As Elijah Jordan tries to pick up the early advantage. The tag team titles are on the line here tonight. Will Elijah Jordan and Chris King be able to achieve their dreams if they can climb to the top here and become the World Tag Team Champions? No matter what happens at high stakes, no one can take it away from them. And they'll have to face off against the Hellspawn. Once again there, can Elijah Jordan and Chris King get a clean sweep? 2 victories in 2 matches in a row. As now Chris King gets the tag in. Chris King fires away at Porticos with the right hand, but Porticos shifts the weight and lands on top of Chris King. In trouble on the mat now. 1/2 of the South City Kings getting dragged about by the mighty Hellspawn. The larger member of the team, Porticos, flattens Chris King with that suplex kick. Now tagging out to Dre Ventura with the side Russian leg sweep takedown. Chris King in trouble on the mat. Nice Raven tire. He applies the side headlock. Elijah Jordan gonna make the save for his partner. Draven Dyer, a submission specialist, will look to defeat his opponents here tonight with the Draven Sleeper. The move that's won the Hellspawn so many matches here. On an undefeated streak, will Draven Dyer and Porticos suffer their first defeat here tonight? As Elijah Jordan gets the tag in, an exciting young competitor with no fear will back down from no competitor. Elijah stuck in the corner now. Draven Dyer doing the damage. Jordan escapes now with a shot to the gut. Swinging neck breaker takedown. Draven Dyer crawling to the corner. EJ on top, but thinks better of it. Now locking up with Porticos. Elijah Jordan with the overdrive. Porticos down on the mat as EJ will tag in Chris King, the heavy hitter for the South City Kings. Chris King now with a pump handle, back suplex. Porticos trying to rebound from the attack of the Kings. Big fist into the face of Big Chris King. As Porticos comes off the rope with an elbow drop. And the boot flens Chris King. Does the Hellspawn have it? Elijah Jordan makes the save for his partner. Chris King was most certainly taken out with that big boot. Now fighting back on Porticos. But the massive member of Hellspawn comes back with a Falcon Arrow. Porticos looks to tag out to Draven Dyer. One half of the undefeated tag team champions, Hellspawn. From Draven Dyer and Porticos dominate the South City Kings like every other team. Chris King now with the clutches of Draven Dyer. Beats that roaring elbow. Draven Dyer gonna go for the Draven Sleeper. But Chris King is wide slow. Now Draven Dyer reverses the spine buster into a DT. He's gonna lock up that head and arm lock again. The Anaconda bicep plot. Draven Dyer pulling out all the stops to get the win over the South City Kings here tonight. Dyer, a submission specialist, will look to force his opponents to tap out. It's another side Russian leg sweep. But Chris King now gonna mount a comeback. Power bombs Dyer all the way to the outside. Chris King dropping Dyer with reckless abandon. Now manhandling one half of the tag team champions. That spin out slam. Draven Dyer suffering the effects of the attack of Chris King now. As King is all fired up. Wants to become one half of the tag team champions. Chris King tosses Draven Dyer overhead. But Dyer now back up to his feet, delivering headbutts, drops Chris King. Draven Dyer with the tag out to Porticos. As Chris King tags out to Elijah Jordan. And Elijah gonna look to slay the giant here, tosses Porticos to the outside. Elijah Jordan Clearly outsized, outpowered by Porticos. Nelson swinging neck breaker on the outside. As Porticos returns to the ring. Elijah Jordan baits him back to the outside. And Porticos just eating shots out from Elijah Jordan on the attack. Drop kick to the face of Porticos. Elijah Jordan so quick. Now's a moonsault on the outside. Porticos in trouble now at the hands of VJ. Elijah Jordan. Now's the overdrive. Tag team titles are on the line. Can Elijah Jordan and Chris King climb the impossible mountaintop and defeat the undefeated Hellspawn here tonight? Porticos tagging out to Draven Tyre. The Hellspawn, clearly in dire circumstances, calling for the attention. Draven with the side Russian leg sweep. As Elijah Jordan fires back into the gut of Tyre. Now takes him down with a snapmare. Another drop kick into the head of Draven Tyre. Elijah Jordan wants to become tag team champion so badly. But Draven Tyre's back on the attack. Using his knees to his advantage. Elijah Jordan suffering the attack. Draven Tyre is relentless, pugnacious, destroying the leg of Elijah Jordan. He's gonna go for another. Draven Tyre trying to break the leg of little EJ. Who gets a scissor takedown? Elijah Jordan now snaps the neck. Draven Tyre down on the mat. Elijah Jordan survives the attack to the knee. Now up to the top rope. Axe handle drops Draven Tyre as EJ gets the tag out to Chris King. And Chris King now yanks up Draven Tyre. Huge right hand connects. Can Chris King build off the momentum? Climbing up top. Frog splash meets the knees of Draven Tyre. And the champion saw that one coming with another side Russian leg sweep. Draven Tyre relentless now. Nearly gets the pin on Chris King. Chris King and Elijah Jordan fighting their hearts out here tonight against the Hellspawn. As now Porticos tags in. Chris King yanking him up. Fireman carry into a Uranagi. What a move from Chris King. Tags out to his partner Elijah Jordan. And Jordan now. Nelson drop kick on Porticos. EJ snares his opponent down with a drop kick into the head. Now we'll climb back up top. Elijah Jordan with Cornell with the shooting star press from Porticos. Got out of the way. Elijah Jordan now catches Draven Tyre with that flying drop kick and yanks him to the mat by there. Elijah Jordan doesn't want to be denied. Nails the shooting star press on Draven Tyre. Porticos right there makes the save for his partner. The tag team champions functioning well. As now Porticos returns to his corner. Elijah Jordan mocks his opponent. EJ gonna tag out to Chris King now. Tag team championship, the South City Kings challenging the Hellspawn. Former champion South City Kings look to climb the mountain once again against this undefeated team of Draven Tyre and Porticos. Chris King with shots into the gut. Yanks up Draven Tyre now. Spins him out into a Uranagi once again. Draven Tyre taking a beating at the hands of Chris King. Now, King Shaza connects. King Shaza from Chris King. There's that all. Now, Porticos makes the save. The tag team champion surviving as Chris King drops Porticos face first on the turnbuckle. With a double X hammer, drops Porticos to the outside. Spine buster to Dyer. Does Chris King have him? Gonna tag out to Elijah Jordan now. Draven Dyer back to his feet. Snap Draven suplex. Draven Dyer trying to regain control, but Elijah Jordan gets a huge swinging neck breaker. Now to the outside. Elijah Jordan setting up Dyer. But gets caught with a super kick. Draven Dyer. Now he's going up top. Swanton bomb from the tag team champion. Draven Dyer's got Jordan down. But Chris King makes the save once again. The challengers came here to win tonight. But Draven Dyer is doing the damage. Chris King rolls to the outside of that clothesline as Elijah Jordan sends shots into the gut. And it's another overdrive. Draven Dyer down on the mat. EJ with a moonsault. Elijah Jordan's got it. Porticos makes the save once again. The tag team champions hanging on by a thread right now as the South City Kings are coming within an eyelash of defeating them here tonight in the first match of their series. Elijah Jordan now. He's got the front face lock choke. Full body scissor. Handspring as Gary takes out Porticos. Elijah Jordan has got it. Springboard. Excuse me, shooting star press to the back. Dyer is down. Draven Dyer is down. Elijah Jordan just won the tag team championship. The South City Kings have done it. The South City Kings and the Hellspawn, their first loss here in the IWF as Chris King and Elijah Jordan regain the tag team championship here tonight.
World Tag Team Champions.
Chris King and Elijah Jordan, the South City Kings, victorious, will be forced to defend their new tag team championship against the Hellspawn. At high stakes on the Vegas Strip, however, they are victorious here tonight. Chris King and Elijah Jordan defeating the Hellspawn. Can they get 2 victories in a row and maintain their second tag team championship ring? Chris King and Elijah Jordan have done it. Unbelievable. As up next, we're going to see ladies action when the women's world champion Victoria Lovecraft, she'll be accompanied by her coven mate Kat Scarlett, the archenemy of Vinci Molesca, the #1 contender, set to face Victoria Lovecraft at Casino Royale, the upcoming event. Victoria Lovecraft will be in the main event against the Louisville Slugger. Therefore tonight, she hopes to deliver insult to injury in a match against Calico. Calico, the sister of Vinci Molesca, has done nothing but taunt and torture Vinci as well as Cutie Pie ever since debuting here. Tonight, Calico, she may get hers in a match against the women's world champion Victoria Lovecraft, looking to make an example out of the young superstar. Hopes that Vinci Molesca is watching as she takes out her younger sister here tonight. Vinci Molesca, she shouldn't care, but somehow she still does. As Victoria Lovecraft, the women's world champion, makes her arrival
The following
now.
contest is scheduled for one fall making her way to the ring, accompanied by Crimson Kitty from Transylvania, Romania, the World Women's Wrestling Champion, Victoria Lovecraft.
Victoria Lovecraft, the Women's World Champion, set to square off with Vinci Beleska for that title at Casino Royale tonight. Wants to make an example out of Calico. Calico, the younger sister of Vinci Beleska, was able to get a win over Vinci at Winter Slam. Of course, that was before Vinci went on to defeat not only Jada Clubber Lane in a knockout match, but also Queen Crystal in the same night. Vinci Beleska, a well-deserved #1 contender, will square off against Victoria Lovecraft. But tonight, Victoria looks to take out Calico.
From Louisville, Kentucky, Kelly Cole.
Calico running away from home at a young age right after high school, stealing Vinci's high school sweetheart and disappearing. After a lifetime of competing in athletics, Vinci and Calico formed quite the bond when they were young. Now Calico, twisted and changed by the Midnight Circus. Calico must square off against the Women's World Champion, suffering for her somewhat affiliation against Vinci Beleska, or does she? Can Calico get a win over Victoria here tonight, driving the knees into the gut of the champion, the Gypsy Witch Queen, the fiance of the unholy Thanos, the man that defeated Trey Preston earlier on tonight. That's now Calico gets a flying crossbody on Victoria Lovecraft. Can Calico embarrass the champion here tonight in front of the world? Cat Scarlet watching on from the outside as Victoria Lovecraft catches Calico with that choke slam. Now gonna use all of her weight with that moonsault, squashing Calico down on the mat. Victoria regaining control now, hits another moonsault. No! Calico gets out of the way. Victoria Lovecraft yanked up to her feet. Can Calico overcome? Victoria just spikes Calico into the mat. That classic textbook DDT. Now gonna look to hit another moonsault. The champion just making an example of Calico here tonight, much like she wanted to. Scoops her up. Power bombs Calico into the mat. But Calico able to escape. One count only. Victoria looks to utilize the moonsault once again. And here, we're on the other side of the camera, but Calico gets out of the way. Calico recovering. Knocking down the champion. Victoria reverses Calico into the corner. But Calico goes back. Roundhouse from the outside. Springboard misses. Calico suffering the effects of a miscue, a mistime. Now Calico gonna try again. Victoria Lovecraft is up, and Calico gets the springboard senton from the top rope. Victoria kicking out at 2. Perhaps milking that count. The champion now yanked up by Calico. Gonna look to use her acrobatic skills. But Victoria Lovecraft catches Calico, slams her down to the mat. Victoria Lovecraft trying to maintain control over her opponent, but Calico now, she's got Victoria caught. The choke is applied. The champion escapes. Knows how dangerous that choke is. Calico whipping Victoria into the corner, who fires back. The champion Victoria Lovecraft competing in a non-title match, looking to make an example of Calico here tonight. However, she may be surprised by the athletic abilities of young Calico. Victoria Lovecraft now using her strength. Drops Calico face first into the turnbuckle. Calico, using her determination, fights back. What guts on the part of young Calico, attempting to stand up. So Victoria Lovecraft, the Gypsy Witch Queen, the Women's World Champion, holding so much power. Now yanks Calico over the ropes, smashing her face first into the canvas. Victoria Lovecraft looks to use the knee. Calico down and out, being dragged by Victoria Lovecraft. Cat Scarlet watching on as Victoria nearly gets the pin on Calico there. Calico, a game competitor, now gets set up by Victoria with the neck breaker, rolling over into the Chancery. Victoria Lovecraft choking out Calico now with that Chancery. A beautiful submission hold applied. But Calico somehow survives. Victoria Lovecraft will continue to choke Calico. Calico now being set up, but she clotheslines the champion down. Calico now looks to apply a choke of her own, trying to choke out the champion. Victoria Lovecraft's in deep trouble. Can Calico do it here tonight? The champion Victoria escapes the chokehold applied by Calico and fires back, dropping her with a European uppercut. And it's another moonsault. Victoria Lovecraft will go for the pin. Calico is down, but Calico survives again. Calico would do well to stay down from the attack of Victoria Lovecraft. Dragon Screw takes down the champion as Calico continues to choke her. Calico now scoops out the legs, stomps the champion in the guts. Victoria Lovecraft in trouble on the mat. Victoria now gets yanked up into the Spanish Fly. Calico's got it. No, Victoria Lovecraft kicks out. Calico giving it all she's got, but now the lights go out. And Victoria Lovecraft sneaks up on Calico, hooks her up. Widow's Peak connects. And Calico suffers from the attack, from the onslaught of the women's champion, setting an example of the younger sister of Vinci Molesca here tonight. Victoria Lovecraft picks up the win after she shut the lights out on Calico, leaving the young superstar confused. Victoria Lovecraft nailed that Widow's Peak and got the all-important win. And the end justifies the means.
Lovecraft.
The end justifies the means for the Gypsy Witch Queen, but here comes the Louisville Slugger. Not too happy with the champion after her assault on Calico. Vinci Molesca now trips out Victoria, locking in the STF. The champion taps out. Victoria Lovecraft taps out to Vinci Molesca. 1 week ahead of their showdown at Casino Royale. the #1 contender, just forced the champion to submit. And now, on the attack, Cat Scarlet. She can't do it. And Chimaleska brings it to the champion. Takes her down with that huge neck breaker. The Louisville Slaughter gets a measure of revenge over the Gypsy Witch Queen after interfering so many times in Finchie's contest tonight. Finchie Maleska repays the favor. Victoria Lovecraft, victorious over Calico, however, suffers from the attack of the #1 contender. Finchie Maleska and Victoria Lovecraft will square off in 1 week in the main event of Casino Royale. However, we are set for the main event here tonight in the War Zone, courtesy of DrHooksMalone and the IWF. The United States Championship will hang in the balance as the Super Lucha Libre superstar Spectre, the brother of Phantasm, has held the United States Championship for over a month now, defending it over and over tonight. He may face his toughest challenger to date when he squares off with Devin Gabriel, the Dark Angel of Redemption. Can Spectre continue his reign of dominance with the United States Championship, or will Devin Gabriel climb to the top here and pick up some gold here in the IWF? It's been some time since Devin Gabriel has held a title.
Falls match and is for the United States Championship.
IWF United States Championship on the line here tonight.
Georgia, weighing in at 245 pounds,
Devin Gabriel hailing from Georgia, the master of the Stone Mountain Crab.
And introducing the champion from the other side of darkness, weighing in at 257 pounds, he is the United States Champion, Spectacular!
Spectre, brother of Phantasm, La Familia della Spiritu, looks to defend his United States Championship here tonight, that which he has defended on multiple occasions. However, he's never squared off in the main event of the War Zone. As now the title hangs in the balance, can Devin Gabriel be the one to finally dethrone Spectre for this very coveted championship? As these two very similar superstars lock up. Spectre goes to work early on Devin Gabriel with that reverse DDT, and now he's up top already. Spectre, the United States Championship, a great high flyer. Face off against another high flyer in Devin Gabriel. A master of strikes, submissions, high flying, as well as suplexes. Devin Gabriel, an all-around athlete, squares off against a man with equal skills, if not greater, in the Spectre, who gets taken down by a corkscrew crossbody. Spectre and Devin Gabriel looking to one-up each other early. That's now Devin stomps the champion's face into the mat. Spectre gets a body scissor into a DDT. Gabriel down on the mat as Spectre hits the top rope with ease. Corkscrew press. Go ahead, driven into the midsection of Devin Gabriel. But Gabriel, a game challenger, gets the jump breaker there. Fighting back on the Spectre. Caught up in the ropes now. Slingshot triangle drop kick. Devin Gabriel looks to maintain control over the champion. Now applying the claw relief hold. Devin Gabriel learning this hold from his mentor, the Irish superstar Bruiser McGuinness. As now Spectre hooks up Devin Gabriel for another sit-out reverse DDT, rocking the brains on the challenger. Now Spectre uses his agility, twisting senton, and a sling blade. Now look at Spectre. Beats the mat. Devin Gabriel a bit too quick on that occasion, averting disaster from the corkscrew, and delivers kicks into the face of Spectre. Rocking the champion, Devin Gabriel gets a springboard Asai moonsault. Devin Gabriel gets caught by the corkscrew. Spectre knocks down the challenger. Does he have him? No. Devin Gabriel survives. 2 out of 3 falls contest. United States Championship hangs in the balance. Who will get the first fall here tonight? Spectre encircling Gabriel, but Gabriel too quick. Rolls to the outside, catches Spectre with a fireman carry, and drops him face first on the apron. Devin Gabriel, the challenger. Not usually the larger man in the matchup. Looks to assert his power over Spectre. Snapmare down to the... Excuse me, now Spectre with the snapmare. Getting a corkscrew roundhouse kick. Then knocks Gabriel silly down on the mat on the outside. Spectre and Gabriel fighting it out with no disqualification, no count out. 2 out of 3 falls, no holds barred. United States Championship hanging in the balance as Spectre delivers a beautiful corkscrew roundhouse kick. Gabriel dropped on the apron. What a match here in the main event of the War Zone as the United States Champion Spectre looks to defend his title against Devin Gabriel. Gabriel working so hard to climb to this spot. Now gets the redemption slam. Spectre fighting off. Which one of these two competitors will come out on top, walk away with the United States Championship here tonight? Spectre with a shot into the gut of Devin Gabriel. Knocked down to Gabriel. Spectre now with another sling blade. Gabriel down on the mat. Spectre goes for the pin. No, Devin Gabriel able to kick out on that occasion. The champion going back to work. Another set out reverse DDT. Spectre holds no quarter here for Devin Gabriel. Up on top. Calls his opponent to his feet. Spectre now with a hurricanrana. Beautiful move from Spectre. Back on the top rope. Here he comes. United States Champion misses the corkscrew. Devin Gabriel back in control now. Stomping away on his opponent now. Nails a knee into the face. That ripcord knee connects not once but twice. Spectre is rocked. Spectre quickly back to his feet. Now with Gabriel. Double wrist lock. Spectre. Backflip DDT off the ropes. Amazing. Spectre goes for the pin, but Devin Gabriel kicks out. What unbelievable action here in the main event as Spectre sets up Devin Gabriel. Gabriel ducks a super kick. But Spectre gets the clothesline knockdown. Corkscrew press. Spectre nails Gabriel. Spectre's so quick. Now trying to keep the challenger down on the mat. Working over the shoulder and goes to the legs. Spectre remaining pugnacious in his attack, wants to remain the United States Champion as Devin Gabriel catches him. Redemption slam just like that. Devin Gabriel now calling Spectre to his feet. Hooks up the arms. Devin Gabriel with the atonement. Spectre is down. Devin Gabriel nearly gets the 3 count. The champion kicks out of the atonement. Devin Gabriel hitting everything he's got. Went for the stomp, but Spectre kicks the legs out. Spectre now to the outside. Can he hit it again? Devin Gabriel able to avert the Eclipse attempt. On the attack now. Gabriel gets a Pele kick that finds the champion. Spectre at the mercy of Gabriel. Firing away with kicks now. It's a hurricanrana. Driving knees into the skull of the champion. Spectre fighting back with everything he's got. As Devin Gabriel has brought all of his heart and determination here tonight. Springboard Asai moonsault. Gabriel now grabbing at the mask of Spectre. Gabriel, he'll do anything to get the win tonight. Hurricanrana takedown as Gabriel goes to the top rope. Nearly gets the stomp on Spectre. And now on the attack, Devin Gabriel finally sweeps the legs of Spectre, peppering him with shots. And now another springboard Asai moonsault. Can Devin Gabriel do it here tonight? Asai moonsault connects once again, tenderizing the champion. Ripcord knee. Devin Gabriel's on fire. Ripcord knee once again. Can the challenger do it? To the outside. Gabriel now up top. Spectre catches it, but Gabriel fights off. Whisper in the wind misses as the champion now looks to pick up the pieces of a crumbled challenger. Spectre is up top. Corkscrew press. Spectre got him. Gabriel's out. No, Devin Gabriel gets the shoulder up. What a match here tonight. Spectre whipping Gabriel into the corner. That roundhouse kick into the face. Does Spectre have it? Springboard corkscrew press connects once again. Devin Gabriel down on the mat. The champion now looks to hit one more. But Gabriel climbs to his feet. Catches Spectre. Devin Gabriel surviving the assault, goes back to the mask. Spectre fighting off. Gabriel, a game challenger, throwing stiff right hands, stiff kicks, but Spectre able to avert disaster until that point. Another ripcord knee nearly knocks out the champion. Spectre survives. Gabriel continuing his onslaught, his relentless attack. Now tosses Spectre to the outside. Devin Gabriel with the suicide tornado DDT. What a move! Spectre getting spiked into the thin mats on the outside, but the champion recovers. Gabriel with the go behind. Spectre escapes. And the champion now delivering shots of his own. Drives the knee into the face of Devin Gabriel, busting him open. The challenger now suffering at the hands of the champion. Spectre is on fire. Moonsault. Can Spectre defend his title here tonight? Competing in the main event of the War Zone for the first time ever, the United States champion looks to show his best face here tonight. Devin Gabriel regaining control over Spectre now. With Spectre continuing his onslaught. Tilt-a-whirl arm drag takedown. Devin Gabriel is rocked. The challenger coming so close to defeating the champion on so many occasions already, but now Spectre maintains control. Whips Devin Gabriel into the table. Devin Gabriel now getting a tilt-a-whirl arm drag of his own, returns to the ring. Spectre with a scissor takedown on the outside. Devin Gabriel and Spectre fighting it out outside the ring. As Spectre, the champion, seems to have the advantage. But no, Gabriel with an overhead suplex spikes Spectre head first into the thin mats on the outside. The United States champion is rocked, tossed into the steps. Devin Gabriel on the attack. Can he become the United States champion here tonight? Or will Spectre defend his title? Spectre back to work on Gabriel. Now back up top. Can he do it? Corkscrew press connects. The challenger is down. Spectre's got it. No, Devin Gabriel kicks out again. Spectre now at a loss. Gonna go up top again. Devin Gabriel attempts to get to his feet, but Spectre catches him in the back of the head. Did he get him? And Spectre, the champion, picks up the all-important first fall. Can he continue this momentum? Devin Gabriel fighting out of the clutches of Spectre. Gabriel's gonna have to get 2 falls in a row in order to win the United States Championship now. But Spectre is in firm control. The champion now locking the wrists up on the top rope. Flipping DDT connects once again. Spectre's got it. The champion's got him. And Spectre wins in his first main event here in the War Zone. What a match! As Spectre rolls on defending his United States Championship. Devin Gabriel, not too happy about it, just takes out the referee. An amazing match here tonight. Devin Gabriel with a bit of sour grapes. We'll have to look forward to his match at High Stakes on the Vegas Strip when he takes on his father Inferno, as well as his blood rival Curve in a 3-way dance. The United States champion Spectre defending here tonight. He'll have to celebrate and enjoy this win, as he will be competing in the upcoming event known as Lucha Mania. I'd like to thank you all for joining me, and hope that you can join me for the upcoming events. I'd like to remind you to check out all my friends' channels at DrHooksMalone's YouTube channel, where you can see all the past episodes of the IWF, Super Lucha Libre, and Ladies Night. If you have any suggestions, leave a post-show comment or contact me. Be sure to stay safe and positive out there. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next episode.